All right, cardio, the necessary evil. Just wanted to make a quick video and let everybody know things are still going well. You know, I'm still training consistently. I got over whatever little fever that was I had, and didn't lose any strength. You know, I was able to eat, keep my protein up. Took a little break from training, but you know, everything's still on track. So I noticed in the last week or so, there's over 100 new subscribers to the channel. And just wanted to say welcome to all you that joined, and thanks, thanks for joining me, and hopefully you guys can be a part of the channel. You know, comment below if you have any questions. If you see other people with questions, jump in, share your experiences, because really that's something I like to facilitate on this channel, is just a kind of collective of what I know, but I also like hearing what you guys know and have experienced in your fitness journeys as well. So to start off, I kind of want to talk about my plans for 2022. Anybody that's been on the channel for a while knows I love lifting and I love getting stronger. And so my current goal is that 500-pound bench press. Now, I've been lifting for 29 years, okay? I started when I was 12 years old. I'm 40. So keep in mind, that 500-pound bench press has been in my mind for a long time. And the gains, they come slow, right? There have been times where I've been making some decent jumps, but you know, especially these last several years, it's exciting when you add 5 pounds to the bar in a matter of months. So I want to keep that progress going, and all the numbers right now look like it's going to happen. So, you know, basically, I'm going to start peaking next week. The program I built for myself is going to be about 6 weeks, and that 6 weeks, that last week's where I'm going to test out my new 1RM, see where that's at. So, again, 500 is the goal. Keep in mind, I have another goal, and that goal is to stay on top of cardio. So many years I did not do any cardio. My fitness was basically keeping a pretty clean diet, right? I always get a gram of protein in per pound of body weight. So for me, that's right around 200 grams every day. Keep my carbs moderate, right? I don't eat too many. I avoid sugar, and get some healthy fats in there. You know, because that's good for joint support, hormones, feeling full, things like that. So like I said, second part of my goal, I want to keep my waist down. I used to think that in order to have such a high bench, I'd have to get pretty fluffy. So, you know, I was ready to put on the body fat to hit that number. But what I've noticed is, with smarter programming, being more on top of my diet, not drinking, so I've cut out alcohol, getting my recovery down, so I'm always trying to get at least 7 hours of rest, and stress management. I haven't really lost strength. In fact, in the last several years, by focusing more on pressing, I've gained strength. So I'm curious to see where that goes. Again, you know, the goal for this channel is to share what I've learned on my fitness journey, and then also to hear from you guys as well. You know, if you have questions for me, ask them. You know, there's no charge. I enjoy it. You know, lifting for me has been a great part of my life. Met lots of really awesome people. Not gonna lie, like many of you, I've been through very hard times in my life. Losing loved ones, changing jobs, moving, all that stuff. And through all that time, I think what kept me above water and you know, making gains in life is the lifting and staying consistent with that. So I'll always do that. You know, I love it. So for me, it's, you know, it may look hard to somebody who doesn't love it, but you know, pushing through, you know, heavy set, hitting that PR, it's the greatest feeling to me. So I'm always going to keep doing it. So like I mentioned, I want to be able to share what I know. Who do I want to share it with? Well, obviously all you who subscribe. But another motivation for me, I have 2 sons. Right now they're very young, 2 and 4. But someday I want them to have access to these videos so they can learn from what I've learned. It's not like before when all we had was fitness magazines with huge roided up guys at 300 pounds that told you, you need to work out 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, bro split, eat 1 million grams of protein. We live in the information age now. So, it's very awesome where, we can follow research to see what the actual science tells us, and we can also learn from other experts, people that have doctorates in the field, and actually, write programs for individuals, strength programs, programs designed for body recomposition, things like that. So, for me, to go back a little bit, why I started this, why I started lifting, and, just generally liking being in shape. So, again, I was 12. I remember it like it's yesterday. And, I knew a guy who, basically, my mom was dating at the time. Amazing guy, had a great heart, really loved helping people. And, he was a big factor in my life, helping me be successful. So what he asked me was, Don, be honest, when we start lifting weights, are you doing this to be strong, or do you want to be big? So I was honest. And I said both. For me, I want people to be able to look and say, wow, that guy works out. But I also needed to be strong for sports. So, for me, wrestling has always been my best sport. I got pretty far with it. It taught me a lot about diet, nutrition. It taught me a lot about, maximizing my strength for a given body weight. So, great experience. But, that's also information I want to be able to share with you guys. It's not just how to get strong, but, how to be healthy, how to be strong at lower body weights, and how to reduce body fat. So a lot of people have joined the channel recently, I believe, are doing it because they've seen some of the things I've done with strength. Personal record so far, right now, I think the highest bench I put up was my 442, I believe, from my last competition, which was years and years back. That was a pause bench. In training, I did 435 for a triple. Let's see, I'm above that now. Squat for me was in the mid 500s. Never quite hit 600, but always in the mid 500s. Still right around there, maybe a little lower, but right around there. And then deadlift, and I'll put this video up soon. I just realized I didn't put it up. I was able to pull 650. Full disclosure, I pulled 650 with wraps at the end of a back workout, because for a long time I would do all of my back training because my focus wasn't necessarily on deadlift itself, but hypertrophy, growing my lats, having a thick back through rows, pull-ups, things like that. And then I would hit some deadlifts at the end of that. But I did get some pretty respectable numbers on deadlifts, so that's cool. But, for me, I like combining things. So I, studied, I worked with bodybuilding coaches and learned a lot about hypertrophy, maximizing recovery, seeing how much frequency volume I could get away with. And I've just spent years and years, not just with myself, but helping other individuals with their programming as well. But then I also took a liking to strength because I realized, hey, this is something I'm good at. I mean, quick story, when I was 12 and just started working out, I set a couple school records. One of them was for pull-ups. So without really training pull-ups, I hopped up to the bar and I did 28. And they were 28 with good form. So, I think that school record still stands, which is pretty cool. But, really like having different goals. And chasing different goals at different times, I think is healthy. Because there's gonna come time, especially if you're lifting more than 5 years, as you get more advanced where you're gonna hit walls. And you need to be able to take a pause, put a goal on hold, not necessarily stop working towards it, and work on something else for a while. At one point, I stopped bench pressing completely for close to 2 years. What happened was I got a shoulder injury and actually had to, be smart about it. Still worked out, but I put heavy pressing on hold for a long time. But back in my mind, I was still driven. I still had that fire. I still wanted that goal of a heavy bench press. So slowly, very slowly worked back up, corrected my form, learned from power lifters, which I'm grateful for. They learn a lot from them. Became a power lifter, worked with strength coaches, cleaned up my form. Lo and behold, learned about 6 years ago, bench press is a full body movement. Well, as a bodybuilder, I always thought bench press was a chest movement. So now, when you see me lift, I feel it everywhere. I feel my glutes, I feel my quads, I feel my traps, I feel my lats, shoulders, that's all there. So, that's something for a lot of you who have a strength goal in the bench press to work on is, adjusting your technique, especially your starting position. So that's something I want to share with you as well, how I've adjusted my technique to get to where I am now. And something to keep in mind is, just because somebody's built a certain way, yeah, that can be a good place to start with your technique, but it doesn't mean it's the best technique for you. So we're going to talk about how can you adjust that? How can you look at that? All right, guys, well, I feel like I'm rambling on a little bit. So I'm going to cut the video off now. But again, just wanted to send a huge thank you to everybody who's been with the channel, everybody who's joining the channel. I wish you all an awesome 2022. Hit those fitness goals. I'm telling you, man, you bring your fitness up, everything gets better. You get better energy, become a better in all aspects of your life, be it work, family, whatever drives you. All right, y'all. Well, stay tuned. Next video coming up, I'm gonna do some more workouts, jump into some technique, and all right, catch you later. See ya.